Congratulations, you've just beaten the world #1 and world champion here in Berlin. How did that feel and how do you think your performance was this evening?
Yeah, well, I was obviously very nervous because previous weeks haven't went to plan, and this week kind of looked the same whenever I was 2-0 down and I was pulling my first and second dart, probably an inch and a quarter low of the treble, and then eventually I started fighting myself and throwing them a bit harder and stuff like that, so eventually got myself back in the game from 2-0 down. But no, the performance was okay. Obviously I think the average was 98, which is, I mean, you would take that every week, but whenever you're playing against Michael, you need to be probably doing another 10 points on top of that usually to get any kind of result out of him. So I was probably lucky in that sense, but happy to get probably any kind of points out of a game tonight against Michael, because obviously with Raymond and obviously with Peter getting a point tonight, and seeing how Michael and Mentor get on.
Leg 7, the 96 finish to break. Was that the key moment in the match?
No, the thing is, what's so hard about this game is I've got so many gears left in me. I mean, I'm going up there and I'm thinking I'm playing absolute crap, terrible. And obviously, I took my time on the 96 because I had to move over to the left to get to the treble, move back, and sometimes I don't move back, and then I miss it. And I thought to myself, every time I do that, sometimes I'm thinking you should have moved back to the centre and hit double 8. And thankfully this week I done that, moved back, hit double 8, kept my nose in front, and then obviously I think later on there was a good 86. Yeah, I think Michael was on 152 and had a ton. I thought obviously Michael's not going to miss that, so I thought if it didn't go I was possibly going to get beat, or I was going to struggle to get a draw then. But yeah, as you say, there was a couple of good points, the 86 to 96. So yeah, a couple of positives, but still not playing my best, but still trying.
I know you were disappointed Belfast was after judgment like this year. Did you put some extra pressure on yourself to make sure that you were there perhaps this year?
Yeah, I mean, I only get to play there once a year. Obviously, Michael and the Germans, the Dutch, whatever, they all get to play in English and Scottish and stuff like that. We all get to play there a couple of times a year, whereas Belfast is once. So I'd be really, really disappointed if I didn't make Belfast, because obviously the atmosphere, as we all seen last year, was brilliant. I mean, one of the best walk-ons that I had last year. I mean, I'd rather walked up, no music, people would have sung the song and the place would go mad. But hopefully I've cemented my chance of playing there now in 2 weeks' time. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to Belfast, and disappointed, as you say, that it wasn't in the first 9 games. So yeah, no, honestly I can't wait. Belfast will be bouncing, hopefully I get that far.
Only 5 points off the elimination zone, but only a point off the top 4. It's been a real turnaround for you the last few weeks.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the result against James Wade and Rob Cross was disappointing. I was awful against Rob. Played well against James, but it was one of them things that he just destroyed me, and he was one of them moods that's the way he is. So, no, all honesty, if you look at probably last year, I've got a lot more points probably than what I had last year, but I was picking up draws, so I was picking up points every week, which wasn't good enough, because obviously I was getting I was probably 6-5 ahead of most of them games, and then obviously a little bit of nervous set in and couldn't cross the finish line. But this year I've had to get a wee bit more determined, a wee bit more cojones, shall we say, and we're doing a bit better. But it's just one of the things that I'm desperate to get to Belfast, and if I played in this Premier League before I get to Belfast, I'd be distraught.
Do you think you've done enough to get to Belfast now, 5 points?
Honestly, there's still a lot of results going on. I mean, Michael and Mentor are still playing, so I've no idea how that game's going. You never know how Raymond's going to get on against Max. So I'm just going to concentrate on my own game. If I can get some points out of next week, I think I could probably do it. But I haven't looked at the overall picture. All honesty, my main thing was to get to Belfast, and if I could get to play in Belfast, get away from relegation, push for the O2 and get in the top 4, because obviously I missed out only by a couple of points last year. So hopefully I can go one further than I did than 5th last year.
Touched on Raymond. You've got him in part of the Rotterdam double-header next week. Super Chin, come on to the superhero music. You could be the super villain because you could relegate the Great Dutchman in Rotterdam next week.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, not in a nasty way, but I'd like to put him out next week, all said and done, and whatever, and get a result against him and win. But it's going to be difficult whenever there's 14,001 plus Raymond against me. So no. Obviously, I'm going to need to do a Merv and put in earplugs or something. But I don't think there's big enough earplugs in the world to drown out 14,000 people. So all honesty, I'm looking forward to that game. I'm one of these people that loves some people's walk-on. I mean, the best thing I've done in the Premier League since I joined was Gary Anderson's walk-on in Glasgow, and probably John Henderson's this year. And one of the things I'll be probably getting goosebumps about will be probably Raymond next week. But I've got to go from goosebumps to getting the game together and try and get a result against them.
Daryl, congratulations on a fantastic result tonight. Thanks for joining us.
Cheers, thank you.